Sarah Palin. Gallup agency ranked likely GOP candidates for, quote, positive intensity. Among Republicans, you can see Mike Huckabee engenders the most positive feeling, score of 25, while Sarah Palin is way down the list at 16. In addition, according to a new ABC News poll, Governor Palin is liked by just 58% of Republicans. That's down from 88% when she was the vice presidential nominee. Joining us now from Los Angeles, Fox News analyst Tammy Bruce, and here in the New York studio, Kellyanne Conway, Republican pollster. So what's the deal, Kellyanne? Why is the governor's popularity seemingly on the decline?
A few things, particularly among Republicans, Bill. One is just the overexposure. Usually when a politician leaves public office, they diminish their exposure, they don't increase it. And Sarah Palin certainly has taken a larger portion of the spotlight since she resigned as governor of Alaska in July of 2009. Secondly, Republicans really abhor the celebrity culture in politics. Remember the famous ad the McCain-Palin campaign ran against Barack Obama, that he's the most popular celebrity in the world. And that had a little bit of traction. The other thing that's going on with Republicans is some of them are critical of her choices. She has every right to go and do a reality show, to resign as governor early, to do the monologue after the Tucson shooting. But folks have been somewhat critical of those choices. Maybe she doesn't care. If she wants to run for president, she'll have to go and give that Council for National Policy.
All right, so you think it's primarily an exposure that people have, pretty much, said maybe too much. Now, you say, Tammy, in reply to that?
Well, it's interesting. Kellyanne is partly right, but the exposure has been what the media, there's really been a media obsession about the woman. Palin is, I think, very much what's considered an unknown known. While people know of her, they know about her, but they have never really heard from her on a political framework on a consistent basis in an unfiltered way. So the real question becomes not where the polls are now, but the fact that she has the most to gain when she moves in, if she does move into a political primary season,
well, I think it's true.
Being able to move into the debates in an unfiltered way with the TV ads and being able to take control of that image back, and that's where the big move will happen.
I think you're right, and there's ebbs and flows in everybody's popularity, and that's what's happening. But remember that the governor has a platform here at Fox News to get any point that she wants across, and so I'm not so sure. Look, it's hard for me to assess this because Sarah Palin is a very emotional politician, all right? She's not like most politicians, not like Mitt Romney.
Well, the reaction to her is emotional.
It's almost like a Barack Obama. The two most emotional politicians in the country are Barack Obama and Sarah Palin, by far. People react to Sarah Palin emotionally. That means that one day they don't like her, and the next day they do like her because she says something that they like. I think that that's what's in play here.
It is, and it's also among Republicans, they also feel like Barack Obama is beatable. And they want to know now who the best person is to beat Obama.
But nobody has really declared except for Newt.
That's correct. And in the case of Palin, they know that she crowds out the rest of the field, at least with all the coverage, as Tammy correctly points out. So they basically want an answer from her now. The other thing is that, Tammy's absolutely right that Palin, if she runs for president, will have a lot of ground to gain. When you have unfavorability ratings like this, Bill, it's not toxic. It's certainly not fatal.
You can absolutely come back.
She'll go and do a foreign policy, but she needs to be a little bit more mama, a little less grizzly. Because I think that if you wear well on the national scene over time, it's not because
sure, I get it. A little more accessible, all right? Not on the defensive all the time.
Well,
the media,
and that's what
Tammy,
the primary will do. Well,
maybe. But look, she's going to be on tremendous pressure if she runs for president. Tremendous, because the media is going to kill her. But
it's going to be a traditional.
Here's the interesting thing. Here's the interesting thing. In the beginning, the media attacking Palin worked for Palin. People felt sorry for them because it was over the top. That now has worn off. And I'm just wondering whether the media intrusion on Palin, Tammy, 30 seconds here, is beginning to really take its toll.
Well, look, 70% of people, and Kellyanne knows this as well, who respond to polls don't really even pay attention until we get closer to certain elections. The fact of the matter is, if Palin moves into a primary dynamic, it's going to be traditional. She's going to be meeting people one-on-one. People are finally going to really get to know her. She will be able to have a tremendous impact with a real direct personal framework. And I think that's really where it matters. But by the way, the other issue is energy. Remember, that factors into this. As this nation deals with an energy crisis,
got the Alaskan
and
thing
she's
on her
the only
resume.
one on that issue. She owns it. She owns that issue.
Is she going to run?
She may. I wouldn't if I were her. You have to give up too much fun, too much power, too much money. And she's got a great platform she's doing now. Proved herself to be a fairly good queen maker and king maker last cycle. And it's a very personal decision. If she does run, you know, now, luckily for her, Bill, she's no longer the pace car. She's just one of the pack. And I think that's actually a benefit for her to not be the front runner.
Okay. Ladies, thank you. When we come right back, it will be Miller time, the D-Man on the nuke problem, dumbing down police tests, and a snake dying